Hi, I'm Tigwyk, and I made this game. This is Escape Zone Idle. It's an idle game based on Escape From Tarkov. If you haven't played that game, you should probably check that game out. But it's a very active shooter. Lots going on in that game. And so I've tried to reduce things down to an idle game where you don't have to do a whole lot, but there's still that threat of losing, what you've worked on and losing progress, and therefore there's a bit of risk involved in trying to set up your character for success and actually getting things from the experience and out of the raids and all this stuff. So without further ado, let's talk about what we have here. So as you can see on the screen, I just survived a raid. So essentially what happens on the raid screen there is you hit the button and you go through a raid, and then if you succeed, you get stuff, and if you die, you lose your kit. Here I am clicking through my inventory, poking around, setting things up, making sure that my character actually has some equipment on that may help him survive. And then I click the start raid button, and off he goes into his raid. He's raiding customs right now. He's going into the customs map. So if you played Escape from Tarkov, all of this would feel very much like the kind of the core elements. And if you haven't played Escape from Tarkov, then this game structure probably doesn't make a lot of sense. But essentially in Escape from Tarkov, you're going into a map as a player character, as a guy with a gun. And the map is one of a few that you can choose from, and it's an instanced map, so it's you and several other people, and for that 45 minutes of gameplay, it's just you and those people and some AI. And I've reduced that to some text on the screen and some portraits and some health bars, and it's pretty effective. I gotta say. So we're killing scavs, getting some XP. Running around, looting, etc. And all of these actions are semi-random, and the encounters are semi-random and also hopefully soon to be less random. I have implemented missions. There's just the UI for accepting the missions is not wired up yet, but the missions exist. You will progress on your mission as you either kill things or collect things from your successful raids. If you die, that's going to hurt your progress because you will have to try again in your raid to get something. And then what I'd like to do to make this more idle is essentially add, some upgrades you can purchase that would automate the whole, raiding process a little better. So you'd have a checkbox that you can check for, auto raid. And then after a successful raid, your PMC would simply go into the next one without you having to click the buttons to do that. And so these would be things that you would want to save up your rubles to buy to basically automate that process. And then there'd be upgrades like the ability to auto sort your inventory for, wearing a better kit. Instead of you having to constantly go through your inventory and check what gear you have. Here I am selling some gear. But if my gear was better, if I had received a better gun, I would probably want to upgrade my gun before I hit the start raid button. Ideally, I'd like to add upgrades that you can buy where you would, you would buy the upgrade and your character would sort through his stuff and grab his better gun, put his better gun on, and then head out into the raid. Some intelligence before he goes out to die. So these are things down the road. I don't think they're that far off considering how much progress I've made in the few months so far. This is all only a couple months worth of development. It helps that it's a lot of UI, and there's really only so much game logic crunching behind the scenes. We have skills that are implemented too. So the skills can progress on the UI screen. I don't know if I show it at any point here, but they have a skill icon and stuff, and you can progress. And they will be checked depending on what you're doing, and hopefully you'll learn. Oh, I just died. Oof. You'll learn new skills as you are out in the wilderness, discovering things. So that's it. I really appreciate your watch along with me while we played and demoed Escape Zone Idle, which is an idle game that I'm working on and plan on keeping development going for a while here. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.